Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul, and floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach? One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So how did you first hear about Helping Hands for Cruising?
I kind of didn't hear about it. It kind of fell in my lap through Roxy. Roxy and I had been talking over the years, and I didn't know that she had nominated me. So she had won the cruise,
Mm-hmm.
and she was chosen, and she went. And then when she was asked if she knew of anybody who was in a particular way, and then she thought of me, and so she brought me up. And then I was contacted by Michael Ann, and yeah, it just went from there. And so Roxy texted me on Messenger and said, "Hey, are you free to talk?" I said, "Yeah, I'm free to talk." She says, "I didn't tell you this, but you've been picked for a cruise, and I didn't tell you." And I go, "What? What are you?" So she says, "I only have a couple of minutes. They want to talk to you." And there was an appointment that she'd made with Michael Ann that I would. So it all came within 15 or 20 minutes. And so they talked to me and they told me all about it. I had no idea. I literally had no idea. So here I was, just stomping through life, and next thing you know, this thing, kind of falls in my lap. I go, God, this is awesome. Like this is wonderful, because I've always thought about, kind of get what it would be like out on the sea, to visit the ocean. I've not been, even though I live in Orange County, but I haven't been. I've been to the beach a few times, but I've not been out on the water. I've not been out on the ocean. I've never been on a cruise. I've not been on a sailboat. I've not been on a catamaran. I've not been. We did take a little boat ride for the harbor once, the Long Beach harbor, but it was inside the wall. It wasn't outside. It was just, here's all the harbor, and here's the marina, and here's the places that are along the water. And it was, I don't know, a 30 or 40-minute thing. And that was just, I really haven't been out. So when you think about, how neat it would be, to get out and about and what that would be like. So going from nothing to something, now I've been able to entertain all these thoughts. I go, am I going to see dolphins on the bow? I hope the weather holds out, things like that. It says, I don't know. You can kind of know some things, but you'll never know till you're there. So
Well, g'day folks, how you going? Welcome aboard, nice to have you here. A number of people are up there already. G'day Jimmy, welcome aboard buddy, nice to have you here. You're nice and early. We've got Joe, g'day mate, how you going? You're not stepping in and staying for a while, but hey, good, glad you were here when you made it. Jimmy is saying like, share and subscribe. Thank you Jimmy, really appreciate that. And Jonesy, g'day mate, how you going? Jonesy, I've been watching your stuff. I haven't made any comments recently, but I watched the one you did recently going to Penguin Bay. That was an awesome one to watch. In fact, that was on today. Folks, if you want to learn more about Tasmania, you got to watch Radio Jonesy. Tasmania Island, I think he calls himself. Jonesy is part of the Network Jonesy network, which is like 9.5 million channels, all of which are monetized, and yeah, no, they're all getting there. Good on you, Jonesy. Really appreciate what you're doing and your help, mate. Okay, so chatting with Shaun. If you've got any questions before I start up, if you've got any questions, fire away. I'll be happy to answer them. Bit of a heads up for you guys. Currently, so the Australian, from the Australian side of things, the Australian company, we are now trading as in Australia as Helping Hands for Cruising Australia. And we currently have an application up with the ACNC, so we're just waiting on them to actually do their bit. And once they've done their bit, we will we'll certainly be putting forward all our stuff so that we can get a recipient on board. We want to start getting taking donations down under so that we can get recipients on board, and it'll be absolutely awesome. And also giving you guys an opportunity for tax deductions and all that sort of stuff. All right, let's see what Jonesy's got to say. He says the Radio Jonesy network with 3 monetized channels, but 9 channels in total, which is awesome. Jonesy, you must be a multi-billionaire. Actually, you've been doing a really great series on starting a YouTube channel after 60, and that's been really helpful, especially for people like myself and so forth. So really awesome. Okay, so as you guys may or may not know, we did have a board meeting on the weekend, and at that board meeting we did have an invite out to all those on the advisory board. Bear in mind that the advisory board and the board currently are the American board. As soon as the Australian side of business gets set up, as in we have our ACNC, I will be looking to recruit people to come into the Australian board so that we can then get things up and running and real smooth. We will have access to the website as well, and basically a duplication of what we've got going on the US side. So let's talk about a couple of things. Number one, first things first, HH4C has got it that if anybody out there wants to set up an event to raise funds for Helping Hands for Cruising, very simply, just get in touch with us. Let us know what your activity is. We will allocate you a QR code, and then anybody who wants to come to your event and make donations can make donations through the QR code, which will be linked to you. This will all be done through our current platform in the US called Zephy. For those down under, we need to wait until the ACNC approval is there, and then we will have a platform set for the Australians as well. In fact, Ilana and I have got a couple of good ideas in mind, and actually we're waiting on a bit of info for some recipients that we'd like to get on board a cruise ship soon enough. So there we go. That's the first thing. In terms of getting funds associated with HH4C folks, we're always on the lookout for funds. It takes $5,000 to put somebody on a cruise ship. The next cruise that we've got coming up is in just under 50 days, 48 to be exact. That is the Helping Hands for Cruising. Actually, it is the ABC's cruise, which is being put on by Bruce and Cindy from Ocean to Ocean Travel. And that cruise has Gabby on board, and Gabby's cruise is pretty much set to go. We're just tidying up a few final things, and yay, we will be up and running. We'll just need a couple of people to get in touch with what's Michael Ann's name again? Yeah, with Michael Ann, just to finalise a couple of bits and pieces, and Gabby will be sailing on the high seas. And we want a bucket load of photos if we can get them. So that's step number one. It's actually step number two, but step number one is the Australian side, which is really exciting. It's currently in the hands of our solicitors, so we need to get that. We're getting that sorted as we speak. With regard to other fundraisers, well, folks, we are planning another Dreams in Motion. In April, we're looking at the weekend of the 24th of April. Let me just check the calendar again, because there's a couple of things going on and we've got some exciting stuff happening. So we're looking at another Dreams in Motion. We would be, around the 24th, 25th, 26th, apparently. So if there's anybody out there that would like to become part of the program, Jimmy, I got you in mind, and maybe Jonesy or Joe, if you want to do a stint on there, that would be greatly appreciated. We're looking for any funds that we can get. We'll say, bear in mind that those in the U.S. do have a tax deduction because of the 501c3. So, Jimmy, we're certainly looking forward to you coming on board possibly and doing a stint. And anybody else out there who's willing to have a go, please get in touch with Crystal, and that's Executive Director, Executive DIR at Helping Hands for Cruising, the number 4 cruising.org. Let her know you're interested, and once we get that all up and running, we'll get you on board, get things happening. We definitely need some sorely needed funds, because 2028 we have got a huge cruise happening. We will be saluting our vets, first responders, Gold Star families, and and all our responders, whether they be firefighters, cops, you name it. We'll be giving them we're looking for 10 recipients. And if we can get 10 on board that cruise, it's going to be amazing. We want to absolutely fill the ship, literally. Right now, we do not have the itinerary available because we're waiting on Norwegian to come out with the itinerary. But I do know that we're going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral. And once we get out of Port Canaveral, we'll be looking at somewhere around the East Caribbean or South Caribbean or one of those Caribbean bits. It's going to be an exciting one. At any rate, let's get as many people on board as we possibly can. Also, what we're looking at is we're setting up various committees, and we're looking for people who are willing to assist in those committees. For example, we want to set up a membership committee or a membership team whose focus will be to try and bring on more members into the program, and the more we get members, the better it will be. Because all the board members, we cannot get board members on every cruise, but if we can get members on the board, they can certainly help out with keeping or taking care of the recipient and so forth. So, as I say, we're trying to build up on the membership. We're looking for volunteers who will be happy to join us on some of our committees. We're looking for a membership. We're looking for a sponsorship, so getting sponsors and fundraising. We're looking for people who would like to assist with event management. So we've got Jen and Shannon on the board, who are in our events team. They are looking for committees to assist them in running the events. So there's a number of committees that we're looking to set up. And as a result, what we're going to be doing is promoting these portfolios down the track so that people can then choose where they want to be associated. In fact, all the info will be found on our website, www.helpinghands4cruising.org. And once you join that, get in touch with that. We will then happily be getting people involved, and there'll be more and more information coming along. So yeah, let's get things going. We're so looking forward to growing this. And in actual fact, the more we can get people on board, particularly on board the channel, we want to get the channel to a point where it is self-sufficient, where it's financially holding on its own. So we need to get as many people involved as possible. So we can get our subs up. We want to get our subs up, and we also want to get our views up so that we can then hit the road running with some cash coming in, and all the funds that go into HH4C will go towards putting somebody on board a cruise or anything that's related to that environment. Getting them on a cruise, looking to get their airfare paid, looking to get them into a hotel, looking to get them some food while they're staying in the hotel, etc. We want to make their time much more exciting. Can you imagine you're going on a cruise and you're taking somebody who's never, ever, ever had the opportunity to see the things you've seen? I mean, some of us take it for granted. We've been on a cruise, we've been on a couple, we've been on a few, and we've seen the ocean, we've seen different countries. In actual fact, you stand next to the ship and you look at it, and every single person that I've taken that has gone on a cruise for the very first time has looked at that ship and gone, dinner plate eyes. So that's, we definitely want to get as many people involved in seeing that view of the recipient, the dinner plate eyes. Do you know how much changes your life? It is absolutely amazing. It will change your life like you wouldn't believe. You've only been on a ferry, but I know that you're going on a cruise at the end of the year because we're on the same cruise, the Ducks Great Barrier Reef cruise, and hopefully we will have everything set so that it can be a tax deductible opportunity. So there you go. What else can I say other than the board are working fairly tirelessly to try and get everything sorted. Like I say, there are a whole host of activities coming up. We've got the Dreams in Motion coming up in April. We're getting a cookbook set up happening that's going to be on a subscription basis, where I think it's every quarter you can get an update to your recipes. We have a number of professional chefs involved in creating those recipes. So we're looking at great ways of funding, getting that, and it's all going to be electronic as well. So that's the exciting bit. Also, we're looking at hopefully getting you to create some events. So those of you in the U.S. who, I don't know, here's an idea. Do a local event where you get a whole lot of mates going to a restaurant or a pub, and make it a fundraiser. You know, the meal plus $10 to come and join. I don't know, but every dollar counts. Every dollar helps. The more we can get, the better it is. You can do a big walk. What we're going to be doing is, as soon as we get approval from the ACNC, we'll be setting up an area around, going down to one of our parks around here. How many times can you walk around a field in an hour? If you do that, chances are you can then put some funds together. Like every kilometre you walk, or every mile you walk, you make $1 or $5 or $10, whatever it is. And if you can walk 10 times around the field in an hour, you make $100 or whatever. You just get people. There are ideas that you can do. Like, I won't get you to do the drinking competition because we teach responsible serving of alcohol at our training centre, and I don't want you to be in a position where you are befuzzled drunk. But what I do want you to do is look and say, okay, how many people can I get to a dinner? How many people could I get to go to a nightclub and see how many people you can get involved in the nightclub I don't know. Come up with your own ideas, but at the same time, you'll get the credit for it, and the funds will help somebody. It'll all go onto our website, and we'll be promoting you and all the things that you've done. And maybe even if you go to a restaurant and you raffle off a dinner, by doing that, we'll promote the restaurant that you've gone to. I don't know. There's a whole host of things that one can do, as long as you can, as long as you've got the charity status. So in the US, it's the 501c3. In Australia, we're busy looking to get that. So hopefully, once that happens, we'll definitely be sorting that out. For those of you in the US, if you're a vet, go to your local vet association and see whether or not they would be happy to support somebody coming on board a cruise ship. I don't know, get some donations. You might even find somebody who's in the category that's looking. You might find there's some people there that could very well benefit from a cruise. I don't know, they're a gold star person, or they took an injury while serving out in the field somewhere. They've never had the opportunity to see the world. By that I mean jump on a cruise or whatever the case might be. It's up to you. You can create your own fundraising effort, and all of that will be promoted and thanked. And you never know, you might get a thank you certificate for all you do. It all helps. Everybody helps each other, and so there you go. We can do whatever. Okay, so what else can I tell you? Actually, I just had a thought, but that's okay. That thought will go by I'll put it down later on. Once it's a thought of a fundraiser for us, doing some first aid training that I can do, but it'll have to be done once we get our ACNC. So there we go. All right, so that was our primary focus with the board and the advisory board. So we're just looking to get people on board cruises, and so this is the one that Gabby's going on in, just on 45 days away. Here we go.
The ABCs and U Group Cruise 2026 is the cruise you have been waiting for. Don't miss this opportunity to set sail on the magnificent Carnival Horizon for an epic 8-day sailing from Miami to the beautiful ABC Islands. After 2 amazing sea days, you will arrive at the island of Aruba, where you can see the California Lighthouse or just take in the scenery. The next stop is Bonaire, with its picturesque pink salt flats and amazing beaches. And then the last port of call is Curacao, where you can take a panoramic island tour or just take in the sights. 2 more sea days wrap up this cruise, and you will have plenty of time to hang out at the Pig and Anchor Bar, the Havana Bar, or the Ocean Plaza. There is so much to do on the horizon, and this is why it is a favorite among many. Contact Bruce at Ocean Travel or Felicia at Syrup City Travel today for more details and booking information for this amazing group cruise. We'll see you on board.
Yeah, that's going to be one incredible cruise. We've been on the Carnival Horizon. She's going to absolutely enjoy it. There are sensory areas for her if she needs it. We've been to the A, B, not the C. So we've been to Aruba, Bonaire, but not Curacao. If she has the opportunity, she'll be going on with a bunch of people, and they will be doing the Bonaire Island on a one of those golf carts. I think she will have an amazing time looking at the fantastic scenery. Jonesy said he went to the Bentleigh International Tennis Tournament today to watch Cruz Hewitt. Oh, that's cool. Was it a good match? Or were you working outside? Well, no. Was it a good match? Did you have a good time? I didn't know Bentleigh had an international tennis tournament. So what? The Australian Open is done. Then they go to Bentleigh. Then they go to Adelaide. Kooyong is before the Australian Open, isn't it, or after? Anyway, Kooyong used to be the Australian Open at one point. Anyway, moving right along. So in terms of what's going on with the board now, we're really honing down the ABC's cruise is basically almost there. So we need to just get that out of the way. We're hoping that the ACNC does not take a bucket load of time. If they don't take a lot of time, we will then gratefully get everything organised for the Ducks Great Barrier Reef cruise. We want to start getting things happening down under, and once that gets happening, then we will have some exciting times. Certainly build a lot of stuff going on, and then we then are going to be focusing on more cruising down under, but at the same time we're going to be focusing on the 2028 Heroes cruise, and we're trying to do the same thing down under. So once we get AC and C in place, we definitely want to get a board going so that they can take care of what's going on, and Ilana and I can float between here and the US section, and then we'll see how we go. Get those two running well, and then see how we go with maybe Canada or the UK, see what we can do. Jonesy says it was a good match, so that's great. He also says, don't know how good Bentleigh really is. You're right, I don't. I definitely do need to come on down. In fact, Ilana needs to come on down with me. So, yeah. I know there are at least five in the chat, and I know that there will be a whole host of people watching on the replay later on. Those in the chat, please, if I know you're lurking, and if you're willing to show your face and say good day in the chat, we would greatly appreciate that. We know you're lurking. We appreciate you being there for lurking, but please do say good day. Okay, so as I said, if you come up with some sort of activity, you let us know. We'll give you a QR code that you can go ahead and apply to your activity, raise funds through the QR code. We would greatly appreciate that. You never know. You never know what it could bring in. It could bring in $5. It could bring in $500. It could bring in $5,000. We don't care. All of it helps. Every dollar helps, because we definitely need to get people on board. We have a goal of getting 10,000 people onto a cruise. If we can get 10,000 people on board a cruise, we will have changed 10,000 lives, and that would be absolutely amazing. So, yeah, all you need to do is look at Dan's face when he got off the cruise. I mean, he walked onto the ship. Before he walked on, he looked at this big thing, and his eyes were dinner plates. He had so much his main goal was go for a swim in each port. He managed to go for a swim in 2 of the ports. The third one he couldn't reach open sea, unfortunately, but he had a good time anyway. And if you have a look on the channel, I did an interview with him about 3 weeks ago, and there will be more episodes coming out with him and I. I'll be doing some more chats with him about all sorts of stuff. In fact, he does have somebody he wants to nominate. He needs to do a couple of things because that nomination is for Down Under. So we'll see how we go with that. With that in mind, folks, I'm going to say really looking forward to having as much assistance as possible. Like I said before, we do want to set up those committees. So if you are interested in joining one of those committees, please let us know. I've got my details in the description below. Drop me a line if you want to. If not, that's fine. We can put a note in the comments. We'll get those comments, we'll read them, and then get you involved. But please help us put smiles on people's faces. I can tell you, all you got to do is look at Kenny, look at Roxy, look at Dan, look at James and Cindy, look at Scott and Amber, and you will see just the smiles on their faces and what the cruise could really do for them. Absolutely amazing. It was a great opportunity. So yeah, if you've served and you're in the US, Canada, you've served, see how you can help us. We've got a few things going on, lots of exciting stuff. Also, there were some other activities that we are looking at. Those activities will be told to you a little bit later on. If you were interested in the dockside gathering that we were going to do, that event has been postponed until around about 2029. 2030, we're looking at another huge cruise down under, and we're looking to get as many people from the US and Australia on board. We're probably going to be doing something as big as the Heroes Cruise in 2030 down under. So, hey, let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. All ideas are available. They're all available. If you've got some ideas, great. If you don't, I understand. Well, folks, that's all I've got from the board meetings. I will say thank you very much for joining us. Tomorrow we've got the Ducks on. They will be doing, I don't know, where are we today? We'll figure out a place and promote it. It's a place around Australia, so come on down, check us out. With that in mind, folks, I'm going to say thank you for your patronage, and we shall catch up with you later. Have a good day, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.
Dreams set sail today, rising up no delay. Hands reach out, we say, join us, come what may. Waves of hope we ride, strength is found inside. Together side by side, we conquer every tide. Helping hands to cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing just
This is for Fantastic Cruise Group, Carnival Pride. We had a blast, we enjoy ourselves.
Smiles light up the night, under stars so bright, turning
I want to
roads to
thank him and
right,
Matt.
holding on so tight. Sail with me, we'll find
rest
joy
of the
in
group.
every kind.
That we all joined ourselves together, and they are great friends of ours now.
Moments we will
We got two
share.
brothers,
Love is in the air.
Who
and
are they?
With
Paul,
compassion's
Dewey,
care.
and Captain
Hand in
Bill.
hand we dare.
So you guys just had your first cruise. How did you guys enjoy it? And what do you think was your favorite thing that you did?
Favorite thing that we did?
Big hands for cruising. Every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing. Nothing, just keep moving. Holding hands for cruising. Every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing. Nothing, just keep moving. Just keep
And do you guys have any
moving.
recommendations for
Smiles
first-time
light up the
cruisers?
night, under stars so bright.
Believe everything you hear when they say you want to eat.
Definitely.
Food here.
Holding on so tight.
It's convenient, right at hand.
Sail with me, we'll find
The ice cream machine needs to
joy in every kind.
every time you walk through the door,
Leave
it's
the
right
past behind. In each
Great. Well,
way
thank you for letting me
find
interview you.